All right, so today I'm going to be reacting to the first episode of Westworld on HBO. I will say when I originally planned to do Westworld, like I had it in my head that I was going to react to the show and talk about it. It was before it was canceled last year, and I know that I'll have 4 seasons to react to, but I might not end up getting the most satisfying ending or as complete an ending, but I still want to react to the show because I think it seems like an interesting thing to do. And I am wearing a fleece turtleneck and a beret for 2 reasons. One, because it's cold, that's why I'm wearing the fleece, and two, my hair looks really bad. So instead of looking at my greasy ponytail, you are going to look at a pretty beret. What I know about Westworld is it's definitely a commentary on AI, artificial intelligence, animatronics, and a lot of philosophy, morality behind letting it go so far and how we treat AI, which might not seem like a moral dilemma, but I'm sure it will definitely provoke those kinds of questions if we were to hypothetically have something at the level that this show will present. I know that it's based on a 70s movie by Michael Crichton, who did the book of Jurassic Park, and I haven't seen that movie yet, but I completely intend to, and I would like to talk about it. Maybe not as a reaction, but more of just a movie analysis type deal. But this first episode is titled The Original, which is better than just calling everything the pilot. So without further ado, let's get started. A little bit of a sidetrack. I did know the theme music prior to seeing this show, just because I was looking up shows with really cool theme songs, just because I feel like theme music becomes more few and far between nowadays. And there's a really cool cover of this that I could look up at the end, because I can't remember the name of the group, but it's pretty cool.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. First, have you ever questioned the nature of your reality?
No.
Well, she's
Tell us what you
probably
think of
going
your
to
world.
now.
Some people choose to see the ugliness in this world.
I mean, considering clearly
The
your
disarray.
programs are smart enough to be doing
I
all
choose to see the beauty.
walking around and having conversation.
Or another. We were all new to this world.
Gotta look chivalrous.
Is this a chance encounter, or has this been pre-scripted?
I told you I would. You saying I'm predictable?
There's a path for everyone.
And they have to follow it every
Your path leads
day.
back to me. Follow and let him roam this close to dawn.
Stay put, Dolores.
Shame of it is, you killed the old woman before any of us could have a turn.
Ew.
I reckon. She's still warm enough. Nobody's gonna judge you for it.
Are these guests or also hosts? Guests, then. Not guests, hosts.
The people you call the newcomers.
Hello again. Your daddy gave it up quickly. I think he's losing his...
Just realized that he couldn't hurt him when he tried to shoot before. But I don't know, he would still. Probably, I don't know.
No, please don't hurt him. I'll do whatever you say.
Be back. Let's celebrate.
So does he come here once a year or something? Nice vacation.
Will the things I told you change the way you think about the newcomers, Dolores?
No. Of course not. We all love the newcomers. Every new person I meet reminds me how lucky I am to be alive.
The subconscious.
That's really interesting. And again, what I think is probably going to be the whole thing about what's going to bite these engineers in the butt. The fact that you have intelligent enough designs that they can pick up on reveries and which probably seems very mundane at the moment, but
No. If you did, you'd know that they all rebel eventually.
some more than others and some less than
Every
others.
time your team rolls out an update, there's the possibility of a critical failure.
We don't update the host in cold storage, and the park hasn't had a critical failure in over 30 years.
Meaning we're overdue.
And rebel has such
We'll go along too.
a connotation attached to it that I don't
They're
know
only
if that's
yours.
true, but that's not even really the point, so why am I going off on that tangent? Staying on.
Here's the lady with the white
These are clearly wax figures, most of them, but in this, maybe in this particular case,
all
but
your money.
yeah, these are definitely not real, but like the people that we saw, I'll pause so I don't miss what's going on. But I was thinking, a scene or two ago when they're working with the different hosts and like have them exercise their bodies, and it was going through, and so many of them were naked, and I feel like it's a very interesting casting call. Like, must be able to play a naked AI as an extra or something that, I don't know. A lot of people with no lines who might not have a lot of acting credits, but their naked ass just showed in the show. So.
Plan and commission the boss.
Like watching somebody put themselves away in the morgue. Oh, wow, there we go. Again.
Headed out to set down some of this natural splendor.
Thought I might. After my errands, of course.
To see you home before dark. That bandit had gunned down the marshal, still hiding up there in the hills.
Well, I'm not a child anymore. I'll be just fine.
When I was a lawman.
As we saw
All about women.
last
I
time.
know all your stories, and so does every boy.
You're new. Well, not
See, that's the kind of thing I would be doing if I had the opportunity to go to. I would actually want to go on their quests.
Sweet? Not as sweet as you.
Oh,
I'm afraid I've got other plans tonight, Dolores. Have a pleasant evening.
ugh. Well, what is his game? Because clearly he's been coming here a long time and he talked about winning. So, still, why is triggering a rotary?
Something is
Oh.
wrong with it. I want to head back to town.
Like the bug in his system, not the bug on his face.
The fuck happened?
Oh, you seem like you're fun.
That's exactly what you're relentless.
What is with these?
Experience. Now you put on character.
His expressions are so intense.
200 at once, and it's a fucking disaster. I mean, what do you propose we do? Close down?
Hurt a guest. He literally couldn't hurt a fly.
He's not dangerous. He's just got some problems, but that doesn't mean
All right.
that we put him away.
Run a diagnostic. In the meantime,
Oh, he's still there. He just decided to shut his mouth for a second.
I want to know.
I have a feeling that's what some people just come here to do. Like, that's all they do the entire time.
Like a guide.
God. You know it's an HBO show when you get to see grinding.
That kind of creeps me out.
I was kind of ashamed I have it all to myself.
I have to go now. Sun's almost down.
That would be something that a kid does on a trip like this. Like, oh, you know you're not real, right? Don't break the immersion.
Bad at writing small talk. How the fuck did you get your job?
Mm.
Get to the point.
I wanted to apologize if I came across as aggressive. And I wanted to talk to you about the update.
Problem resolved.
There should never have been an update in the first place. Ford and Bernard keep making the things more lifelike. But does anyone truly want that? Do you want to think that your husband is really fucking that beautiful girl, or that you really just shot someone? This place.
Some people do.
Yes, know that hosts aren't real.
So what exactly are you suggesting?
Stop the updates altogether. Maybe even roll them back a bit. Make the hosts more manageable.
Lobotomies tend to do that.
Well, think of the benefit at some point.
What?
No one respects you more than I. Your pronoun is the subject of the sentence.
I was
We're
saying.
saying, should our fearless leader have a breakdown, you want to leverage it for your career.
Mm.
Half Cornhusker.
Oh,
Tell me the chat is which.
of that.
What's that?
Does he have a kid? Oh. Oh, crap. So, when he was asked before if he had a kid at home, he said no. The way he said it kind of seemed a little bit taken aback or sad. And he's got that, maybe he had a child who died. That would... Interesting.
You can't have none. Ain't for you.
I'm sorry, but this guy's so gross, I can't help but laugh.
Found me another bar. Growing boy. Growing boy.
Tired of buying it.
Mm.
I suppose this means the sheriff wasn't an isolated incident.
It's good news, really. It's a little unconventional.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Didn't hurt a guest.
The hose. This is a fucking shitstorm.
Yeah, more than one thing
We
going
recall
wrong
all remaining updated hosts
in a matter of days like this.
Examine them one by one, decommission the faulty ones.
What about narrative? Recall that size would be disruptive.
I've told our overstimulated friend to advance the saloon heist.
Close the
we can
park a
make it
couple
to Mr.
days.
Buddy. Should give us cover to recall the remaining host. And
Well, these men can find a regular brothel.
Ford would approve.
I'm not sure either, which is why you get to be the one to tell him. This is your fuck up, Bernie. Only seems fair.
More milk.
Pushing forge the entirety of
What is
sexual
that
life
mean?
of this planet using only
Oh,
one tool.
wow.
Mistake.
There we go, yeah.
I flattered myself we were taking a more disciplined approach here. I suppose self-delusion is a gift of natural selection as well.
Indeed it is. But of course, we've managed this. Do you know what that means? It means that we are done. That this is as good as we're gonna get.
About 3 liters. Get some answers.
I'm assuming he only does this to hosts. It's not, for guests. They've really gone above and beyond with giving them.
You're gonna show me how to get there.
Okay.
A lot of wisdom.
He's really serious about this. Coming there for a long time.
Perhaps it's time to dig deeper into yours.
No.
Oh, wait. Okay, is the secret to the game inside the hosts' heads? I don't know if I'd put that past
Morning, Daddy. You sleep well?
certain people at this company, but
Don't worry. Don't worry, I'll take care of you.
oh,
You should go. Leave. Don't you see? Hell is empty, and all the devils are here.
Stay right here. Understand? I'm gonna find the doctor.
is this a new scenario or an actual malfunction? Oh, smiling? This is a spectacle that's fun. Someone's shot. Oh, well, it's probably guests, so of course they'll find it fun. Okay, never mind. I need to separate the two. Hey. Shooting civilians.
Teddy!
Oh, Teddy dies again.
Don't mind me. Just trying to look chivalrous.
I shouldn't laugh. No, Teddy. What a way to go out this time.
I know we both believe the same.
Yeah, I wonder, some of the people that were running inside this little brothel saloon, and the gunshots were firing, a lot of them were probably guests, and I wonder if all the people who've come there specifically for that, like all the men that are there to cheat on their wives, are like, no, don't hit the prostitutes.
Bitch. Just in
I
case.
keep thinking she looks like Drusilla from Buffy. Oh, cute.
Look at that! I just shot him through the neck! And it fell here, too!
Look at her wrinkle!
Oh, well, your lady friend's having fun now. Finally. in some storylines.
Dreamless slumber.
Oh. Oh, that's how they turn them off. Cool.
2 more over here.
Time to reset.
We got them all.
Mother. I have to warn her.
Is it tapped into, like, he's remembering
Dolores.
getting killed
Things we do.
and what happens to her? He's remembering that, like, it's not gone from his memory, and that's why he's having this reaction. It must be.
I have to help her. She's got to get help.
Very good, Mr. Abernathy. That's enough.
It's
In his mind, or his
miles beyond the glitch here.
his configuration, he knows that about all this.
Access your current bill and what you want to say to your maker.
My most mechanical and dirty hand.
Oh,
I shall have such revenges on you. Both.
oh boy.
Those behaviors.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Shakespeare.
Has someone been reciting
a number of different roles.
Shakespeare to him?
Since I've been here, he's been out. Promise.
He said, these violent delights have violent ends.
Does that mean anything to you?
No, I don't think so.
Have you ever lied to us?
No. The disarray.
Morning, Daddy. You sleep well?
Well enough.
Oh, different daddy.
Didn't have to do some more of that.
Naked wax figures.
To believe there is an order to our days. A purpose.
Mm. Amaze.
I know things will work out the way they're meant to.
Nope. Killed a living thing. Alrighty. Well, okay, that was a very good first episode. So I think there's going to be a lot of dimension to this between what's going on in the park with the hosts, clearly. The whole idea is there's malfunctions because there's reveries, like memories either from the past, but those have caused problems in the sense that they're remembering the storylines playing out, even though they're supposed to be refreshed for the next day, which can cause anxiety in different scenarios where there shouldn't be, and it ruins the storyline that they're supposed to be playing out for that day. Or past lives, like Mr. Abernathy, quoting Shakespeare, like back when he was a professor. And then we have this interpersonal drama within Delos Industries, their employment there, conflicting ideas about what they should be doing, and some personalities there, like one British guy, he seems very cocky and full of himself, and he definitely cares about the success of how the storyline is playing out and getting to do new things with it. But doesn't really want the interruption of something going wrong, even though what went wrong in the scenario of like that gang shooting up the town, it was an actual guest participating, so you'd think that that would be a plus, but maybe it's because, you know, he didn't get to do everything he wanted those characters to do. But hey, that guy's wife was finally happy. She wasn't. She didn't enjoy riding horses and having flies swarming her, but she's like, oh, look at the dead woman wriggle. So, you know, some stuff can make her happy, I guess. But Dolores's whole thing, I can see the changing of her father, the changing of his face, because he's now being portrayed by a different host. And what he said to her, along with her having talks with, I forget his name, but the one guy, not Dr. Ford, but the other creator, they were having talks in the beginning. And I can see all of that having a ripple effect, and she'll be, now that her dad's gone, she'll be the catalyst to maybe other hosts starting to malfunction as well. I think she'll bring something up within it. I do like the comments on, and I know this isn't new to Westworld as a TV show. I'm sure it was in the 70s movie, as well as other movies we've seen throughout the decades, like AI, Artificial Intelligence, the Spielberg movie, and all that, about can they have a soul? Can they be treated as real people? And it's like, if you get them as close to being real as they are here, it's like there's nothing closer to actual living being than that, except for, of course, an actual living being. But at the same time, it's like, well, they're not. They were made in a lab, and they're like one of those giant things where you press and you pop out like the model pieces. But I guess the argument could be, regardless of you being born in a natural... what happened to my screen right there? Regardless of you being born in a natural way through parents or any other biological manner, why is your existence less valid if you were created in a lab? Because someone still made you. You still exist. You still function as such. It's like the Airbnb, but if you can replace memories or you can make them snap out of it, they're still wires and programming. They're not really feeling. They just think they are. But you as a person, when you treat them in such a poor manner, or you discard them, and you do it to something that you acknowledge is so real and lifelike, what does that say about you? And if they're not real, I'm sure there's plenty of people that say that's like overthinking it or being too hypersensitive, but that's the whole point that I think the show is trying to make, and I'm very curious and excited to see how they'll address these questions. And I'm pretty sure these next few episodes will probably be a lot more of that, and I'll probably still be pondering on these same things until we get into the meat of it, but it's really important to introduce these characters regardless of if they're hosts or guests or people working at the company building the animatronics and maintaining them, that we get to know them. And if we get to know people like Dolores as much as we get to know Ford or that one guest, the Man in Black, or any of the people working there, like how is that different? We got to know each character the same, what would it matter if one of them is AI? Because in the end, like, you could say, well, they're not real. Well, none of these characters are real. They're on a TV show. So I think it's important to treat both with the same amount of weight, and I have a feeling that's what Westworld will do, considering I know that the first season is pretty highly praised. So, and the Man in Black, he actually seems pretty dedicated to what this theme park is he's met Dolores many a time. I don't even want to think about what he did to her in the barn. So aside from that allocation, he actually seems interested in the game. As he was talking about, I'm playing the game, and I need to know about the deeper level. And if he's been coming there that long, I'm sure he'd get bored with just the standard stuff. He wants to know what's deeper within it. And I know the first season's called The Maze, so I guess we'll see what those answers be, how it'll unfold as far as what the maze is and that deeper level. He's very intense and doesn't seem like he's definitely living out his fantasies that are quite violent, but it seems like it's a little bit more than just, like he said, not just getting his rocks off. He wants to actually play this out. Otherwise, like, what's the point of continuously spending your money to come here? So I want to know what the game is. Probably be more interesting than watching people like have sex with the robots. Not that that can't be interesting in its own way. I can't judge this early on, but yeah, I'm excited to see where this heads. So I'll be back for season 1, episode 2. Till then, this is Madam Arm signing off. Bye.